Huh, the Elegoo Neptune 3 Pro. Had this printer for years now, put a ton of print time on it, got some awesome prints off of it, but is it actually worth having, and do I even like it still? Well, let's figure it out, shall we? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Leo, and today we're talking about the Elegoo Neptune 3 Pro after years of use. So, this printer is not the biggest printer that you can get on the market by any means. It's like 220 by 220 by 280, 85, maybe 90? I don't know. In millimeters. I'll put it on the screen because you could tell me in the comments if I was right or wrong. But you can get awesome quality off of this printer. If you adjust settings a little bit, you can get awesome quality off this machine. I really like this machine. I've had this machine for years. This is the machine that I first got. It is my original machine. And everything I've printed, except for a few things, have been printed on this printer, and they have come out great. This shield was printed on this printer. It's awful because I printed it in a poor orientation and then didn't do much time sanding it down. But everything here was printed on this machine. Even these little guys were printed on this machine, and they came out great. I just adjust some settings, up some quality, maybe lower the speed by a little bit to improve quality. And I have gotten some awesome quality off of this thing. Such as this, which is for a new project that I am working on that I'm not going to show you the whole thing right now. But if you look at this, you could probably tell what that is. And this thing came off great. Awesome detail. I can see all the detail and it feels pretty smooth. And I'm not going to end up really sanding this part. I'll probably sand here and here, but not really the fabric textured spot. But that came out absolutely great with awesome quality. And you can get awesome quality off of bed slingers. If there are probably people out there who tell you if you have a bed slinger, you can't get great quality off of it. And don't listen to them, they're lying. You just need to adjust some settings, lower some speed, and you can get some awesome quality. And I just can't say this enough. I like this printer a whole lot. This thing is a workhorse. I can print non-stop for months and have no problems. It's only when I let it sit for a week or so that I start having problems. And I'm going to be completely transparent to this because I think that means something. With all the failures I've had and problems I've had with this machine, which is honestly and surprisingly not a lot. Most of the failures I had were when I first got into 3D printing, when I first got this, because I didn't know what I was doing and I was new to the hobby. So, bed adhesion problems, support problems, stuff like that, all my fault. I had a problem with belt tensioner, it broke, and that was also my fault. I was way over tightening my belts, and it ended up snapping, but thankfully I was able to print a replacement part, but then I switched it with the tightener that is right here, because the bed, is what moves your whole print. If you're printing a whole helmet, it's going to be a little bit heavier, so you want something a little bit stronger, moving that back and forth. But the belt tensioner right here literally only moves the nozzle. So, that was pretty much an easy fix. And yeah, it did cause a little bit of headache, but I fixed it and it was perfectly fine. And then obviously replacing belts, it's a belt printer, it's a bed slinger, you're going to have to replace belts fairly often. If you loosen your belts while you're not printing, your belts are going to last longer, but you're still going to need to replace them every now and then. Now, a newer problem was with the bed adhesion. It wouldn't print in the middle. It was printed on the outsides perfectly fine. I assume it wasn't printing in the middle because of wear and tear. I've put more time on this machine than most people will in their entire lifetime, especially if they're printing just little things for around the house. But it just wouldn't print in the middle. I was leveling the bed, cleaning the bed, changing settings, trying to figure out what was wrong, and then I landed on trying to put a little bit of tin foil in the middle, and that worked. And then sent off a print, beautiful print quality, straight off the middle, and it fixed the problem. And that is literally all the problems I've had with this. I have had a clog or two, and that's it. After I've used the same, like I said, for years, and I've only had a clog or two, I think that's awesome. This printer is a workhorse. This printer has an okay build volume. Wish it was a little bit bigger. I want to get the plus or the max because, bigger. Because if those machines work anything like this, I'll love them too. But this machine is still worth getting right now. Whenever you are watching this video, it could be right now in 2026, or it could be in the future in 2030 or whatever. And I would probably still recommend this machine if you can get it. Obviously, probably in 2030, you might not be able to get this machine, but I would still recommend it either way because I love this machine. And it just works great. And if you want a reliable printer and you don't care what the build size is, you should look at getting the Neptune 3 Pro because it will definitely impress you. Now, this is my own personal experience with this machine, and I have had a great experience with this. There are probably people out there who do not like this machine, who have had awful experience with this machine and absolutely hate it. I have not had that. I have absolutely loved this machine from the get-go. Yes, I've had problems, but I fixed them, and it still works great. Now, that's going without saying that there are machines that are better than this on the market today. Especially if you want high detail prints, then you can look at resin, which is definitely way better than this FDM bed slinger. That is also an older machine. But if you just want something with high quality and reliable, you could look at something like a Bamboo. This is great, but there are machines that are better on market. But I would still recommend you get this, especially as your first printer, because it's great. Now, I think that's going to wrap up today's video, or this video, whatever. So, if you liked this video, please like the video, hit the thumbs up icon, and if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about anything you saw in this video, if I missed something, or if you've had a bad experience, or if you've had a good experience and you love this machine, then please let me know down in the comment section. And if you really enjoyed this video and you want to see more about 3D printing and making cool props, please consider subscribing. It doesn't cost you a penny, but it helps support me, so, why not? And thank you again for watching, and you have a good day.